With us this morning is Shawn Krause. He's an animator at Pixar Studios. It's really nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
As I told you before we started recording, I'm just an enormous Pixar fan right from the get-go. You know, my kids were probably in grade school when Toy Story first came out.
Yep.
And that kind of put you guys on the map, and it's just gone crazy. I mean, I thought the technology was awesome in that film, and it's just getting better and better and better and better. I suspect that one of your problems as an animator is you can actually make people look almost too real. And I've noticed that Pixar makes very, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you guys make sure that they look like characters and they are characters, but they're not that kind of creepy pseudo real thing, you know?
I think they call it like the uncanny valley. It's like when things get so real, there's this point where it's disturbing before it's perfect.
Exactly.
You know, so we try to go more towards the caricatured side of things.
Exactly. Well, your stuff is absolutely perfect. And there is a new film coming out. I've seen the trailer. It's called Brave. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, sure. It's about it's an action fantasy kind of film about a very strong girl who lives in Scotland and she wants to be in charge of her own fate, and so she wrestles with what the world wants her to be and who she wants to be herself.
Cool. You know, that kind of stuff is actually the essence of all the Pixar films, is that you really do get to a human interest, valuable thing that people are really thinking about and concerned about, and you deal with it in a great fashion. It's cool.
Well, thanks.
And on the trailer, I also enjoyed there's a lot of large, rather grotesque Scotsmen in kilts. It's like very, very good. What can I ask you? I don't know. It's probably all secret, but I'm sure these take several years to complete. So what's in the pipeline coming down the road? Can you say anything?
Well, Monsters University is coming out next.
Oh, no kidding.
So I think they've announced that. I hope so. And then we've got a couple other films in the pipeline after that. So kind of have to wait and see. But I know Monsters is coming up next. So Dan Scanlon's directing that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What is a normal day at work like for you? What do you walk in, sit down, and start drawing, or?
Well, it's different now. You know, when you're just animating, then you come in and you kind of have your own hours, and you as long as you get the job done, you come in and you get your shots, and you'll act things out and do thumbnail drawings, and you start to animate, and then we have what they call dailies. And Pixar is really unique in that we all show our work on the big screen in front of the director, and we can talk directly to the director. And he'll have comments like, "That's great, keep going," or "I'd switch this a little bit more," and then we go back to our desk and just kind of keep doing it over and over. Yeah.
How long does it take from concept to completion? About what's the time frame we're looking at here? Because I know the amount of the computer time alone must take forever just to render these things.
Yeah, well, typically the story drives everything. So 4 years is about the time frame, give or take, a year, and development's part of that. So, but like you were saying, the rendering time, and that's what's funny. The technology gets better and better, but the more better it gets, the more we push the technology.
Right.
So while it may have taken 2 days to render the most complicated frame on the first Toy Story, it still takes 2 days to render those frames because we're just taking every inch of processing power.
Well, you guys have actually invented some of the technology, some of the software, some of that stuff has actually come out of your development department.
I can't take credit for that, but yeah,
no, I'm sure.
They're very smart people there who...
down in the basement, they're like a room full of scary guys. Isn't it? You see in the morning and you see at lunchtime, and then you don't see them anymore. They're just down there in the lab. Right?
Yeah.
But that's what the kind of the deal with you guys is. It's a combination of extreme technology and extreme art, both coming together in a really cool fashion.
Yeah, it's something like the technology pushes the art, and the art challenges the technology.
Right. Tell me a little bit about John Lasseter, your chief. I've seen him interviewed. I've seen him spoken to. He's just like a giant kid. He's awesome. He seems like an interesting guy to work for.
He's exactly like that at work. He's really just he's so endearing, and he's so gracious and fun, and he's a collaborator, and he'll take everyone's ideas if he loves them. He's like, let's use that. He's not afraid to do that, and he's very open and gregarious, and he really is a leader.
Best job in the world?
Best job in the world by far.
And I'm sure you work pretty hard too, though. I don't just make it sound like you're there having fun, but you are, and you're getting the job done. Cool. It's Shawn Krause from Pixar. He's an animator there. It's very nice to meet you, man. It's a pleasure to meet anybody from there, because it's
well, thank you.
Your work is just tremendous. It speaks for itself.
Appreciate that.
And watch for Brave, opening June 22nd at a theater near you. Well, I guess it would have to be at a theater near you. It wouldn't be at a garage.
I hope it's in a theater. Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah. If you see a guy selling it outside a subway stop, don't buy it. Okay. Thanks, Shawn.
Sure. Thanks.